Many of us strive for personal growth, but things can get out of control at times. You don't know what steps to take to monitor your progress. It can be difficult to determine where you exactly are. This video will assist you in keeping track of your progress. Hello and welcome to Lucid Luxury. Join our channel by hitting subscribe and clicking the bell icon to be updated on our new uploads. Committing to your professional growth allows you to monitor your success along the way. Here are a few suggestions to help you make things a lot smoother. Have a daily session of meditation. You have to get calm and serenity into your mind before evaluating the impact of your decisions. Self-reflection and meditation sessions perform well every day. Begin with a brief meditation stint in your morning. Plan your day and think about your path. What am I going to do today? How would the actions of today translate into my personal development? These brief self-analyst sorts will track the progress well before the day begins. Set goals. Setting goals is critical for progress. Without a straightforward plan, our chances of arriving at our destination are significantly reduced. On the other hand, goals will help one reach previously unknown heights with careful planning and perseverance. It is the only way to reach these new locations. If you have ever given yourself a goal and stopped before you see the result, you know very well what it takes to make a difference. So we're here to make that right. If you've already tried to set targets, you've likely heard about SMART goals. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant, and timely. Let's discuss each, starting with specific. When you make your goal specific, you increase your chances of success. The more precise you will be, the better. Setting ambiguous expectations would not help you. Vague goals are hard to measure and much more challenging to achieve. When getting serious about your target, it should include addressing who, when, what, where, and why. Measurable. You want to ensure that the target is measurable. What measures would you use to check if you're on the right track? How would you know if it will be a success? How would you know if changes are required? Having a measurable target will help you keep on track and meet the goals you set for yourself. Often, remember to start small and work on one primary objective at a time. When you have so many expectations, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Attainable. Is the target you're aiming for something you can achieve? Although you don't expect it to be simple, you also don't want to set goals out of reach. Begin with what is attainable and work your way up from there. You'll make yourself disappointed if you don't achieve impossible objectives. Relevant. How relevant is your goal to you? Do you truly wish to achieve this goal? Is it something that you place a high value on? What is your reason and why are you doing it? Your plan should be supported by a deep motivation to achieve it and a convincing reason behind it. Timely. A target must therefore be established within a time frame and be real or tangible to be realistic. This means putting a time limit on your target. A deadline transforms a dream into a goal. Setting a target propels the goal forward. Have a roadmap for achieving your goal by the deadline. Just make sure the date is achievable and realistic. Goals can be set in every area of your life. Health, career, finance, and education are some of the most common areas. While some of your aspirations may fall into those categories, you mustn't restrict yourself to the most prominent aspects of your life. Spend some time reflecting on your passions and desires. Create a list of ideas based on what interests you. Consider the past to see if there is something you've always wanted to do. Test yourself. Challenge yourself and look at your growth. Choose a setting that encourages you to use your abilities and put yourself in an environment that offers the chance to experience your personal development. Question your priorities and values. Personal development needs values and priorities as significant as goals and behaviors. You have to be inspired if you want to do something big. And this motivation comes from setting the best goals and principles. This is why you must constantly challenge your priorities and values. Do I go up the right ladder of the corporate? Do my colleagues push my initiatives? Should I spend sufficient time and money on suitable projects? These concerns provide reliable values, and these values are the backbone for your monitoring of progress. The difficulty in tracking our personal growth is that many people have no personal foundations. They are unsure about their goals for self-improvement. Values and priorities, on the other hand, will serve as a driving force in your life. As a result, managing your personal growth following your self-defined ideals is a long-lasting, excellent strategy and one of the most effective ways to quantify your progress. Practice self-awareness. With our hectic schedules, it can be impossible to take the time to reflect on who we are, our talents and shortcomings, our motivations and behaviors, our habits and values. It is vital to acquire and practice self-awareness to evaluate your personal development. Self-awareness may be as easy as connecting with and knowing your emotional states. For some, it may be implying identifying your most profound principles and ideas, and thus leading a life that reflects those values. Self-awareness helps you stay anchored in reality and the current scene. Self-awareness forbids you from sugarcoating or understanding truth and facts by making misleading or erroneous claims about yourself and your skills. Being self-aware means being genuine and truthful about yourself. Without self-consciousness and perception, it isn't easy to know where you are and assess your growth. A lack of self-awareness is simply oblivious to yourself and your personal growth. It is impossible to assess not just what is going on in your life, but also deeper aspects such as your feelings and thoughts. It's one thing to be mindful of surface-level reality, but it's quite something else to be aware of unconscious habits, actions, and emotions that we don't give much attention to. So how do you become more self-aware? First, create a room for yourself. By this, I mean you must arrange a time in your day to reflect on your life. It is essential to check in with your feelings every day, otherwise they will mount up and manifest in negative ways. Next is, you should practice being mindful. Listen to your inner voice, tune into what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, and further acknowledge and understand yourself are all significant in mindfulness. Another tip for you is to improve your listening skills. It would be best to become fully aware of how others feel and how you make them feel. Rather than evaluating and judging what the other person is saying, engage with them and listen to and perceive what they have to say. As you improve your ability to listen to those around you, you will strengthen your willingness to relate to your inner voice. Lastly, seek out new perspectives on yourself. It can be difficult to obtain genuine, truthful feedback free of bias and fluff. Still, by asking our peers, families, and colleagues for 360-degree feedback, we can acquire a new outlook on ourselves that would be difficult to obtain on our own. Get input from the people you meet and admire if you wish to become more self-aware. The revelations may shock you, but the new outlook would be highly beneficial. Cherish small victories. Celebrating small victories is an important aspect of measuring your progress. It is essential to learn from mistakes, but celebrating small achievements is much more powerful. In this case, rituals are an outstanding instrument. Your business may be struggling, but you have gained a few new customers. You have a reason to rejoice. Your fitness isn't quite there yet, but you've benched more than before. You're keeping track of yet another victory. Finally, even if you're not yet where you want to be as an individual, you are a long way from where you started. That is arguably the best justification for continuing to improve as an individual, no matter how difficult it might seem. That's it for today's video. I hope this has inspired you. Follow all these tips and watch how your personal growth will flourish. If our video was helpful, leave us a like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll catch you on the next video.